right, whether the day is coming up this year, maybe you just recently celebrated turning 50, our next guest want you to look extraordinary in your 50s. Here to help us is Tamra Nashman, owner of Extraordinary Image, a full-service consulting firm that helps with the image and branding needs of both individuals and companies. And joining her is plastic surgeon Dr. Brian Maloney. Good morning and welcome back.
It's great to be back.
So you're in town from Atlanta. Why don't you go ahead and reintroduce us to him?
Yes, I met Dr. Maloney about 10 years ago when I needed a little tweak, and he was absolutely fabulous and is absolutely fabulous, one of the finest plastic surgeons in the United States, and someone I always send all my clients to with Extraordinary Image makeovers.
Well, we are glad to have you back. So we're going to be talking about turning 50, which is a big milestone.
Yes, it is. Yeah.
You know something a little bit about this. You're going to be turning 50 this year.
Exactly, June 1st.
And it can be, are you worried about it?
Not at all.
Not at all?
As long as you keep that inner child on the inside, you'll be young forever.
Good for you. Yeah. Well, how do you stay looking young? I would imagine a lot of people say, I want to look how I did in my 30s. Is that a realistic goal? Is that something that can be done when you turn 50?
The sooner you begin thinking about these things, the easier it becomes, because at 50 we still have a lot of the structure of the face. Mm-hmm. When someone waits till 60s, 70s, the bones of the face begin to shrink, the teeth shrink, and so then everything becomes much more complicated, and that goal of looking in your 30s becomes much, much harder, if not impossible, to obtain.
So maybe your 50s is kind of an ideal time to go and see, a doctor such as yourself and see what your options are.
It can be for a lot of people. Our aging process is not so much based upon our outside timeline. Mm-hmm. Most of that is determined by genetics and how well we take care of ourselves. But it's kind of a general rule of thumb, 50 is a good landmark to look at.
Well, we have a lot of before and after results, which we love looking at. So let's go ahead and get to those and kind of explain what we're looking at and what you did. This is a before and after here. Great.
So here you see a patient who's 50, and you see just how tired the face is beginning to look on the left, and the deep folds around the mouth, and the face begins to square off. And on the right side, I did a little brow lift, helping to open up the eyes, taking away some of the extra tissue.
She does not look 50
she
there
doesn't.
On the right.
Fantastic. Yeah.
All right, let's go to, this is the side face. And this looks almost like mother-daughter. I mean.
And you can even see as we age, the nose begins to drop. So you see how long the nose is on the left side. On the right side, where a little rotation upward helps to give a more youthful look. And just redefining the bottom part of the face. And just to show you the impact of genetics. Another patient, in the 50s, and you see the heaviness in the neck area and just how tired the face looks. And then on the right side, where I've performed the facelift, fat transfer, tweaking the eyes a little bit, and then smoothing out some of the sun damage with the laser resurfacing.
That's incredible.
Well, and her neck there.
Yeah, that's amazing.
The neck is probably one of the most dramatic procedures I do because it helps to restore the proportion and balance back to the face.
Right. Wow, that's amazing.
All right, and this woman is in
another patient, exactly, and you can see, as the corners of the mouth begin to droop down and the whole face takes on a little bit of a sad or tired look. And then on the right, after I did her facelift, just restoring the basic proportions.
She looks 20 years younger.
She does.
I mean, that really is remarkable.
That is incredible.
All right, another patient here.
Now, for the patients who aren't quite ready for the operating room, Botox is a great thing to consider. This patient, you see the deep lines in between the eyebrows, and that is probably the most negative line on the face. We see that, we think about anger, we think, someone is concentrating too much, and with a very simple office procedure, that line can be gone within a matter of just a couple of seconds.
And that's going to get so much worse with age if it's not dealt with earlier.
Exactly.
Right?
She is a little bit younger than 50, but you were saying just a smaller procedure that you can have done. And then the lips here, which you were saying is very common when you age.
The mouth area is such an important feature to maintain, and it carries so many youthful positive features, but as we begin to mature, we lose the volume. So adding some volume back to the lips is great, and that's where even working with your dentist and maintaining the height to the teeth, because they do tend to wear down over time.
Well, those are fantastic
Beautiful.
results. Tamra, I know we only have
Incredible.
about 30 seconds left, but give our viewers some tips if you're turning 50 and you want that edge back.
Yes, well,
some
there are
other things you can do.
There are other things you can do. You don't always have to do plastic surgery or Botox or Juvederm, but I do think you need to make sure that your hair color is complementary to your hair, skin, and eyes. You need to be in clothing that fits your body well. You definitely need to find a color palette that just rocks for you and sets you apart when you walk in a room. You make an impact.
Well, and again, I think people can get stuck in a rut. They're doing the same
can,
thing they've been
yes.
doing for 20 years
Yes.
as well. Well, Doctor, I know you have a special offer for our viewers this morning. What is that?
Yeah, complimentary consultation for anyone who watches the show this morning and calls the office.
All right, and then also we have a giveaway this morning. The first person to call 239-673-3388 is going to receive 2 of the Extraordinary Image books that Tamra does, valued at $50. You can't win if you've won something with Fox 4 over the last 90 days. So good luck, and thank you so much.
Yes.
Happy
Great.
birthday, by
Thank
the
you
way,
so
coming
much.
up. So nice to meet you. For more
Great.
information about Extraordinary Image and everything that Dr. Maloney does, just head to our website, fox4morningblend.com.